Good afternoon, this is Dr. Cheek. I thought we'd kind of pause the course for just a moment, review your passion and niche assignments. Some were very good, some I was truly disappointed in. As people started doing the gift wrappers, many students were working ahead, they started telling me some of the problems they were having. And I felt that if they were having that difficulties, everyone would have the difficulties. And because of that, I stopped the gift wrappers. I've eliminated it, and I'll talk about it as we go through here. And then I'll look at the assignments that I'm using to replace it. So let's look back first at the beginning of the course. I set this as steps. And what you were doing, you were building a foundation for each step of the course. So you had to have a foundation understanding of AI, and I hope you got that in week one. Week two, you had to find your passion. The whole success to this class and to the business, you have to build it on your passion. Early on, it's going to get tough, but you're going to stick with it because it's what you truly love. In week three, we went to the niche. Now, the assumption on the niche, it had to be built on your passion. You found your passion first. Now you're building a niche, but the niche has to tie directly to your passion. And we'll talk about some of the problems with the niche assignment. And then weeks 4 and 5, and between 3 and 4, I wanted you to build these GPT wrappers. The GTP wrapper builds for you a tool that you can generate content almost seamlessly for everything you want to post. It'll learn your voice, it'll learn your tone, it'll learn what you're passionate about, will help you create articles. And early on, the only way you're going to get traction is putting content out there. So if you had to wake up every day and generate content, it would be tough. You'll have this GPT wrapper that would help you build that. It's not going to work, so what I'm going to do is show you how to build a simple AI agent. But we'll talk about that too. So the course is laid out that weeks 4 and 5, you can start generating content using your GPT wrapper. Didn't work. And so what we're doing for week 5, 6, 7, and 8, we're going to change those up a little bit. We're not going to change the points. And as we go through, I'll show you exactly what we're doing. By the way, I'd appreciate your input. There's crickets on this student-professor forum. Put your thoughts on there. Let me know if you're having problems, and I'll be flexible in what we're doing. All right, so update on the passion and niche assignments. The foundation requirements for the AI-focused business. You're a solo entrepreneur, one person, not multiple, one person. You're running the company 100% online. You don't have any resources. We said early on, don't pay a subscription for anything. Use any of the tools, use the free version, and they'll work. And then most of all, you don't have any resources. You can't carry employees. You can't carry inventory. You can't build anything because you don't have the money to build it. While you're building your brand, that's all we're really doing is creating a brand. Your revenues will come from software as a service, SAS, knowledge and education. If you're passionate about something, you find that niche, you go out and find all this information, condense it using AI tools, put the information out there, spread the word, and keep doing it, and you'll build a following. And during the middle of it, as we'll talk all along, there's ways to generate revenues. And once again, you don't have any money. At this point, you don't even have a website. We're building a process. You need this process in place. What happens today if you put it out there and 500 people responded to you? If you don't have a process in place, you're not ready to do anything. So submission, you're building products and services. You're carrying inventories and offering one-on-one consulting. What about if 500 people responded to your blog? What are you going to do? How are you going to have one-on-one consulting? No one knows who you are. You can have the best product or the best service or the best anything in the world. How do they find you? And they won't find you. There's zillions of ideas started every day all over the world. Most of them are coming out of India and China, to tell you the truth. And before you can do anything to attract anything, who are you? They've got to find you. If the internet world can't find you, nothing's going to happen. The GT wrapper assignment. This is an assignment's been eliminated. It won't be in your total points. Some of you started on the assignment, and it's be unfair for me not to give you some kind of credit. Now, the total was 50 points. That's eliminated. It won't be in the totals. But if you started and you made substantial work on it, I'm going to put tomorrow, I'll put a place for you to submit it. It's got to be submitted by the 19th, because that was the original date. And I'll give you bonus points for what you did. The most you can get is 25 if it's complete. If it's substantially completed, I'll give you some points. But if you just threw a little garbage out there, unlikely you'll get any bonus points. But you won't be charged for doing it and not getting any credit. So show me what you've done. I'll be able to tell how much work you've put into it, and I'll be glad to get the credit. Let's talk about the next assignment. Let's do 2/21/25, 11:59 p.m. and turn it in. I hadn't put this on. I'll put it in the next 2 days. Finding your passion. What we're going to do, we're going to go back and we're going to revisit what you did in your passion. We're going to revisit what you did in your niche. And we're going to talk about your audience. The assignment will have 2 parts. Put both of these in the same document. Of course, you'll turn it in. So let's get one, passion reconnection. I want you to write a 250-word reflection on why you chose that passion, okay? Answer the following question. What excites you most about the niche that you're talking about? What would you pursue this idea even if you didn't make money for the first 6 months, and why? When you talk about it, the topic, do you feel energized? If so, why? Tell me those things. Now, when it says, what excites you the most about this niche, about that little narrow passion, this passion that you have? Grading criteria, 25 points. Clearly articulates passion and personal connection to the niche. Demonstrate that you've done a lot of thought. Now, I made you do the assignment. I made you read the article about passion. And I have to tell you, most of the assignments I read, or many of the assignments, they just do an armchair. Let me do this. I give you the chapters to read. Whatever the assignment is based on those readings. I gave you in-depth of what to do and what not to do with your passion. And people gave me, or students gave me stuff that violated everything in the chapter. So read the chapters first, then do the assignments. Part 2, niche validation and audience alignment, 25 points. I put this big note down on the bottom. Reading the assignment is next week on audience. I'm assuming you didn't read those. If you want to read it, great. But I'm going to grade it as though you have not read the articles I put out. And then, so we're going to identify and describe your niche and target your audience by answering the following question. What is your specific niche, that narrow little niche? What's your ideal audience? Somebody said, oh, I want everybody. You're not going to get everybody. You have to start, are they 25 to 30? Are they high school and college students? Are there single moms? Are there moms going to college? Are there dads going to college? Narrow it down. Tell me, try to put it in a 5-year range, 6-year range. Who's your ideal audience? Demographics, interest, and pain points. They got problems. All you're going to be doing is writing about problems. You're going to look and say, I'm going to look at the websites that I love or the podcasts I listen to all the time. I'm going to go in, I'm going to look at the titles to their articles. I'm going to go in and look at what their audience comments say. And you're going to be able to see what the audience's problems are. You're going to see what keywords they're using. And when you write your article, you're going to base it on what you see on the top websites. And then what you're going to do, you're going to pick your list. Let's pick your 5 best podcasts or your 5 best people on TikTok. I don't know anything about TikTok. Or your 5 best people on LinkedIn. Start submitting stuff to them. Make comments on their site. And then when you tell them, hey, look, I did an article on such, they might put in, they've got 500,000 followers and they put you're going to go viral. You build it from the ground up. But the audience now, I'm assuming you hadn't read those. What knowledge and information or education can you provide them? That's all you've got. Knowledge, information, or education. You don't have products, you don't have anything. A 1-page niche validation document detailing niche, audience, differentiation strategy. How are you different than everybody else? If you're not different, if you're just going to take what somebody else is doing and put a little twist to it, you're not going to get traction. You take what they're doing and make it uniquely yours. Grading criteria, 25 points. Clearly define your niche and audience with specific details. Demonstrate an understanding of knowledge-based business models that I've given you in the reading. Here's a current plan to the right. Here's our updated plan. I'll hope to go over those in the following slides. Week 4, we had your assignment, building writing GPT wrapper. 100 points. We did away with that. What I'm having you do now, and I see on here, I put passion, reconnection, and niche audience. I put 50 points. And that's a simple thing you'll be able to do. Now, the 100 points, I'm replacing it with build your AI agent and creating your first articles. Those are the 2. And then the third, create 2 blogs on LinkedIn, 2 on social media. Creating the first articles, you're not going to write an article there. I'm going to give you the steps and guidelines to build the perfect article that will give you the best chance of getting traction. If you went out and looked at anything that Donald Miller does, if you look at anything that Randy Olson does, or anyone in that genre does, what you'll find is they've got a hook. You got to have a hook with a title. And when you come to it, I use the ABT. You've seen it over and over. You have to tell them in a short sentence, hey, we all want to be successful. We all need that. And then you say, but the problem is, and then the last thing is, you provide the solution. You don't give a paragraph on each, nobody's going to read it. You give them a line on each one, you put a picture that reflects what's going on, and you grab it. And then you do some following things that I'm going to show you how to do in creating your first audience. Then once you do those two, you'll create 2 blogs on LinkedIn, 2 blogs on social media. But what you should be able to do by now with your AI agent is build those blogs. See, here's my problem. And that I can probably extend that from 3.2 is pretty close. Maybe I'll extend that maybe to 3.8 or something to make it a little bit long to give you time. Last thing you do is monetizing your brand. And chapter 14 talks about monetizing your brand, and I'll give you some more information. Create an article on social media. Now, this article on social media is going to have the links that'll create you money, and I'll show you exactly how to do it. Create an article on LinkedIn that can be monetized, and we'll go from there. What we'll do, you'll have everything it's due on 3.9. I don't have any flexibility. On 3.11, I've got to turn grades in. If I don't have all your stuff in by 3.11, you say, Dr. G, could you give me some more time? I can give you more time, but I got to give you an eye, because the registrar tells me on 3.11, I got to turn in a grade. Either I turn in the grade or I turn in an eye for incomplete. Many of you are graduating. Let's don't put you or me in that position. So get the stuff in. When I finish this, I'm going to post it on the Moodle website. But also what I'll do is I'm gonna include a link to these files. Now it's important, if you have questions, please get back to me as soon as you can. Moving forward to week 6, building your agent, the purpose of this assignment is to create your own personal agent to help you create content for you. Early on, you need to be being 3, 4, 5 articles a week. Many of you work full time. You can't create 5 articles a week. And the articles you're going to create in the first week are probably going to be 1 to 10, probably 6s. But the second week and third week, they're going to be 7s. By the fourth week, they better be 8s, 9s, and 10s. But you're going to learn how to use this AI agent that you create one article, you put a twist on it and said, put this on LinkedIn, put this on Facebook, put this here, and twist the article around so it fits the needs of each one. So now you have 4 or 5 articles on 4 or 5 different platforms using basically the same content. I'll have the assignment posted early next week. Creating your blogs. You should use AI agents to create these blogs, I told you. I'll provide a step-by-step method of how to create the blogs. And they'll be structured using, as we discussed, storytelling, ABT, and go to the sites you follow. Go to the ones that you'd like to be like them. See what keywords, see what attention-grabbing hooks they're using. Titles and subtitles. The title and a subtitle, if I go on Google and look at a site, I pull up something, it's got a little subtitle under it. So you hook them with the title and the subtitle. Now that subtitle doesn't even have to be in your article, but if you post it in your blog as a subtitle, it'll be there. Anyway, that's the things we'll do. Now we've only got 4 weeks left in the course. So we've got a lot left to do. And if you're having any problems or have any questions, please get back to me. And I'll look at it, I'll get on top of it. And I'm in my office usually Monday afternoons through 10 o'clock till 3 or 4 o'clock on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, usually 10 o'clock till noon. So if you need me, you can call me at my office. If not, if you want to have a Zoom meeting, we can set up a Zoom meeting. Or if you send me in-depth email, tell me exactly what you need, I'll be glad to help you. Let's face the facts. You guys are walking out into a world that's AI-driven. And think of the little knowledge that you have so far. Any little bit you can get between now and the time you graduate, it's going to help you as you move forward. It'll put you one step above the next one. For validation, go on LinkedIn and look at what they're doing on LinkedIn. Go look AI and see what people are looking for, what jobs are out there with AI. Throw yourself into this. A, B, C, D, you're about to graduate. Don't waste your time on chasing a grade. Chase the knowledge. And if you work hard, you're going to make a great grade in this class. If you have any questions, please get back to me. Thank you, and I look forward to hearing from you. Dr. Jim.